Hello everyone. Good morning. My name is Abhishek Priyan. I'll give a quick, brief introduction about myself. I've completed my engineering in electronics and communication from Sastra University in Tanjavur, and post that I pursued my masters in business administration in Bangalore with finance specialization. So basically, I'm here to give a quick intro to how things I've done, like what career paths I've chosen, and how you can choose your own based on taking inferences from multiple people who will be like speaking today. First, if we talk about what career path you can choose after 12th standard, first one is like people majorly who are taking a career path, they kind of fall into a binary trap. Basically, like whether I should go for a engineering or I should pursue a business administration kind of career path. So basically, this is like a early phase for you, like when you are still not sure like what exactly you want to pursue in your life. And the person who spoke to me in the previous session clearly spoke about what are the importance of data science and how he has pursued his career and what are the tips and tricks to follow in the path. So now we'll give a brief introduction about what MBA is about and how you can choose whether what you want to pursue in your career ahead. So basically, I'll cover engineering towards then. I'll start with MBA first. So in terms of the MBA, if we talk about MBA, there are very few core pillars here, like major five pillars, I would say. First one is finance, second is operations, third one is HR, fourth one is data analytics, and fifth one is kind of consulting. So consulting comes after the MBA process. I will start the session by giving an example so that it is easily for you to relate together. Let's take example of Flipkart. So Flipkart, there are if a company operates, there are multiple functions a company has: marketing, finance, operations, HR, and data analytics. I'll start with marketing. So when we compare the example of marketing with Flipkart, we can see a lot of advertisements here. Basically, they have a huge sale event called the Big Billion Day Sale event. So this is one of the ways to attract clients to the companies to buy their products and services. So marketing is like a very core part of the company because like it is the function which helps you to make revenue. So basically like sales and marketing or go together. Marketing is like you're advertising a particular product, and sales is like the aftermath of the marketing. So once the marketing is successful, people eventually come and buy your product, which is either a service or an actual product. So in terms of the Flipkart example, it is a service. So basically, it is connecting a customer uh, to a seller. Second is finance. So when we talk about finance, finance is like a very important aspect of a company because like day to day running of a company depends on the finances of the company. So basically, when you talk about finance, we talk about how much money the company earns, how much it has, how much money it has in the bank, how much it has to distribute to the sellers, to the employees, and how much money it has to have to run the systems. Like if we take the example of Flipkart, they have a lot of servers, they have a lot of computers, they rent a lot of office space, and they have to give employee perks and salaries to the employees working there. So finance is like maintaining the complete cash and money the company has. Third one is operations. In terms of the Flipkart example, when a client buys a particular product from Flipkart, the operations is the uh, a function which operates in the background. So basically, the first part is like they register a ticket saying this person has ordered this particular product in their system. Then what happens? The client, once after placing the order, he will get a confirmation stating that they have placed a particular order and their order will come in such so and so time. In order to define which time the client will receive the product, Flipkart has to do a lot of calculations behind it. So basically, they are running a logistics behind the system. So they have to first contact the seller whether they have to check the product is available with them. Obviously, like they would already checked, then only it will show whether the product is available or not. Second part is collecting the item from the seller. So seller and the client will be located in a completely different location. So they need to arrange logistics from the seller side. They need to have someone to pick it up. They need to transport it to a larger warehouse where they can bundle everything and parcel it to a different state. Then there is a logistics where from the warehouse it reaches to the client. So all of this involves operations where each how do I put it? uh, each place where the product is moved, it is tracked appropriately so that the both the client and the company is aware where the product is actually lying. Third one, if we talk about this is after marketing and finance operations, we have HR. So HR is like a people related uh, function. So basically, like employees of the Flipkart company, they will have a lot of questions. They will have a lot of misunderstanding sometimes between teams. So companies are like there is no set structure as to how a company should operate. Companies can create new teams. Company can merge teams. Company can have different types of team structures. So when companies operate in a unstructured format, there may be some kind of difference between the people. Like why certain teams are like functioning better, some teams are not functioning better. My manager is not like helping me to perform well. My colleague is not doing well, so and so. There'll be so many complaints happening within the team. HR is someone who will be able to like tackle everything, and they will also draft policies. Like for example, if you join a company, there'll be something like perks and benefits, like the number of leaves you can take in a company, number of options in terms of like how the company can progress in the growth role. The HR is the function which will help you to uh, make the company's employees feel happy about it, and HR is like a very core structure in terms of the people management. And finally, we come to the data and business analytics. So in terms of the Flipkart example here, uh, Flipkart processes a lot of data. So basically, for example, like in terms of the employees we take about, they'll be like, what is the salary each people is getting, how the teams are performing, whether the teams are able to generate revenue, and so on. If we take the client side, you'll see like how many clients are placing orders throughout the year, which client is very important to them, which client is not important to them, which client they should target so that they can make more money, or which products are selling more, which products are selling less. This is the kind of data they'll have. So data analytics is the important function where which helps us to make business decisions here. So basically, like data analytics comes under cuts across all the functions here, but data analytics can come as a separate also. For example, here in terms of the MBA, if we talk about data analytics helps to make decisions. But however, in terms of data analytics, if we speak it as a separate career architecture, there are a lot of databases you can learn. Something like a Power BI, something like a Python or SQL. This is where you make the data and wait, I'll help you to make a differentiation between engineering and MBA in a different, better way. Primary skill for engineering, it talks about technical logic and design. In terms of MBA, it's about communication and strategy. Uh, how does a daily day between a engineering and MBA look like? Daily activity is about debugging, designing, and calculating for engineers. Basically, like they'll work a lot on the programming side. And okay, I have a questions here. Let me address the questions first. I chose I'm a commerce student, so I need to choose.
Yeah, Abhi, I think after this, after end of this,
After the session, okay,
uh,
okay, sure. We
so
can
and take
address the
one or
question
two
later.
questions.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. I'll continue on the session first. Yeah. So the focus between engineering and MBA. Let's if we talk about the focus. The engineering is focused on building the products. As I stated earlier, if you're taking an engineering career path, you'll be for like having access to a lot of tools like SQL, Python, Power BI, and everything, where you'll be working directly on the data. If we talk about the MBA side, it is more about making decisions based on the data. It's about scaling the product. It's about selling a product. Which particular decision I should take based on this data so that I can make business progress in it. In terms of the work environment, If you are choosing an engineering path, it will be mostly focused on like focusing in the labs, development centers, and on-site where you will be mostly working on the programming side. In terms of the MBA, it will be mostly related to the client-facing side, where you will be like for having boardroom meetings, you'll be having client meetings, you'll be traveling to the client side to understand the client requirements, and based on that, you'll be implementing the changes here. uh, as I stated earlier, what does the daily activity look like? You'll be like first be you'll be focusing on debugging. Like someone else would have already made a code. You'll be like either debugging the code or designing a code or calculating like what changes you have to make in the code. In the terms of the MBA, it's mostly about people speaking skills. It's about negotiating. It's about analyzing and presenting your findings. In terms of like career you choose, it depends on what your liking is. For example, if you're more focused on creating, like you want to solve problems, you want to get into the shoes of an engineer to understand how the business problem looks like, you should choose an engineering path. In If you want to choose an engineering path, you should have a like a background in good like computer programming language skills. So I think this your schools would have already covered some basics about what are the like C, C++, Python, and everything. If you're more people person, you're really good at communicating, you're really good about communicating your thoughts, you're really good at convincing people, then you should focus on taking a management or MBA path. Then we talk about hybrid path. So if we talk about the path I had taken and Manu had taken, we earlier focused like took an engineering. After that, we pursued an MBA. So like the reason for me taking engineering is like I really felt like I was really good at solving problems, and I thought engineering would be the best place for me to like build my career. But once I joined my engineering, I started leading teams. So in our college, we had a cultural event, and I was leading one of the teams over there. When I was leading the team over there, I realized like I was really good at managing teams and solving business problems. Then I realized like I should really pursue a career in MBA, which should help me to build my career. So I never took really placements in engineering. I directly prepared for MBA, and I did an MBA in Symbiosis Bangalore. Even Manu would have had a similar experience where he did an engineering. He worked for some time in engineering. After that, he also pursued an MBA. So there is no one rules which states like after 12th only you have to decide what exactly the career you have to choose. Maybe like once you start doing something, you will get an idea like this is not fit for me. Something else would fit me better. Then you're always ready to like you should be always open to pursue what you like rather than just sitting to like what you already know about it. And in terms of the final questions, like mm, this is pretty much like if it will be interactive, it will be easy for us to build the what the audience really want. Like I just want to give a brief about MBA. That's it. Hello.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Yeah.
So okay, let me read out the questions they have. So
Yeah.
first one is that there is a commerce student. So
Hmm.
what he is asking is that so do I need to go for a CA or do I need to choose an MBA?
Yes. So in terms of the questions, first of all, I would ask you like, what is the difference between doing a CA and MBA? Like, do you really know the difference? Why you want to pursue CA first? If
Yeah,
you,
I
yeah,
think they are asking because like there and some like known persons must have done CA or like from the peers or from any of their elders, right? I think they may have an
okay,
idea. Only that idea they may have.
okay,
Yeah. So based on
understood.
that, I think when they're focusing on the salary per se and our future job scope, I guess.
Okay, understood, understood. Okay, so in terms of the salary, if you look at it, when you do an MBA, you you are open to a lot of opportunities in the business world. So basically, once you do a CA, there'll be a lot of phases in CA. There you'll do a articleship. After that, you'll be start working in a CA firm and everything. Like when you do a CA from a very reputed institution, the career prospects are really good. But the fact is, a lot of CAs are like my friends have seen like in terms of the salary structure, like they struggle for the initial few years a lot. The salary or the stipend they get is very minimal for survival. In terms of the CA course also, like I've heard from my friends, like it's really hard to crack compared to an MBA, where you can even take an MBA from a tier 2 college. However, you can build your career ahead in MBA and probably reach a better position. If you like, CA is like a niche path. Once you start doing a CA, like your career is set in only CA. You cannot simply jump from CA to something business environment, like business support or business management directly. The CA path will help you to like build career in only the chartered accountant. And once you are very well established, then only you can make a lot of money. I'm not saying CAs do not make money. CAs make a lot of money, but only at a very later part of their career, and they have to struggle a lot. That is not the case with MBA. I know, like you can ask me, like even MBA people who have completed MBA is also like not everyone is getting job. Again, like it depends on the effort you put. However, if you take an MBA, you have a lot of options here to explore. So, as I stated, there are five main career streams in MBA. Apart from it, there are also like easy ways for you to jump from one stream to another. For example, like you could have done a MBA in data analytics. However, like if you're really good at marketing or product management, it will be easy for you to switch. Like once you build a network, you can easily like, jump from one stream to another. That will not be possible if you take a CA path. This is my opinion. Yeah. Next question: is general MBA or a specific MBA good for job? So basically, like once you do start an MBA, like in the second year, you are usually asked to choose a stream here. The first year MBA is usually common, where everyone will get to learn about all the 4 5 streams here, and in the second year only you will get to know about you'll get into the specialization of the MBA. This is like the mostly like PGDM courses. That is how they usually work. I'm not sure if there's any special MBAs which focus on general management. The college we studied, like it focused on this way. Like first year we have a common curriculum, and the second year we can start with the specialization. So, like when you join the first year, probably when you join an MBA, when you're doing an MBA, you'll have to give an interview to the college. They will ask you like which particular stream you're interested or not. If you already have an idea about which stream you are focusing on, you can probably state like what you want to pursue in your career. Otherwise, it's completely fine. You can take your time to learn all the 4 5 streams here, and later you can focus which stream you want to focus on towards the end of the year. Because like when we go to the only the second year of the MBA, then only they will ask you to choose one of the streams here. I would say like choosing one of the streams would be like a better option rather than having a very general idea about MBA, because like once you get into a niche only, then you will be able to like understand the depth of it. So when you join a company, they will now ask you like what exactly you have pursued in your particular stream and whether you've done some projects or not. Only when you develop some kind of niche over there, then you will be able to like answer them, or you'll able to make a career decision after that.
And I think next one is like, what is the engineering courses, right? Currently in trend and which is for the future, right? Which will be beneficial. Like the question I think is from maths, computer and science background person.
Okay. So the most recent, like the most popular in terms of the engineering was like the AI related ones. So you would have already heard about or used the most recent AI tools here. So AI is the most hot, how do I call it, most hot course in the market, where everyone is making a lot of money in the salaries and getting a lot of salaries and everything. So I would say like rather than pursuing a pure computer or IT, make sure like your course also includes some kind of AI related curriculum in it, because like AI is obviously the future. Uh, Everyone speaks about there's a AI bubble or this and that, but obviously like AI is gonna stay with us forever, and it is always really good to have some kind of knowledge which will help you to build some kind of AI if you're taking an engineering background. Obviously, there are other streams here like data related, data analytics, and everything. That is, you can learn it separately once you complete your main curriculum, which is like having an engineering in AI. that you can do it as a side track. But however, ensure like there's some kind of aid in your curriculum, and if it is the main course, if you have it, it is well and good for you.
Sure, Abhi. So I think next one is that how to choose a college. Like, what are the conditions need to be applied while choosing a college, right?
Hmm.
So based
Okay.
on your experience.
Yeah, in terms of the choosing college, so my focus was like my first focus was getting a really good marks in my 12th standard. Apart from it, I also took some entrance exams from other colleges. For example, like when we had entrance exams from Amrita and other colleges and all. I took entrance exam. My main focus is on getting a good rank. Once you've done all of this, everything, you're given your exams and everything. After you receive a ranking, first focus on few things. First, what is the fees here? I know like fees is probably the last thing people will look at, but make sure like the fees is not very high. Like 1 or 2 lakhs per year makes sense, but if you go beyond like 3-4 lakhs per year, it completely doesn't make sense for a undergrad course where you'll not be able to make so much money once you like graduate out of the college. Second is like the college. First, focus on government colleges. Like as the speaker who spoke to me earlier, before me, focus on IIT and NIT colleges. Because like if you have a really good ranking, obviously like these are the colleges which will have low fees also, but also have the best curriculum and best placements. Once you do not if you do not have options to choose in government college, focus on a college which focuses which gives importance to the curriculum. For example, like when the university like when the college comes under the university, they generally have a very generic curriculum here. Try to identify colleges which are either autonomous or have a curriculum which is not very general. The curriculum should focus on AI, ML, and what are the recent trends which happening. Because like when the curriculum is not good, you cannot obviously expect good placements to happen. Next one is the placements. So in this world, like there are a lot of college students who speak openly about colleges in all social media forums. Try to go through the social media forums to understand how the college placements has been for a particular college. Probably what you can do is you can shortlist 4 5 colleges based on the marks and the ranking you get, and individually like take each college, try to go to social media like platforms like Instagram or Reddit or just Google Quora to understand how the students are talking about the placements for this particular company. I know like when you ask for placements, companies will publish like the university will publish like their universities students, everyone is placed, the average salary is so and so, but it may not be completely correct all the time. So focus on getting information first and information from students. If you have a do not already have a LinkedIn page, create a LinkedIn is a separate social media where professionals interact. You create an account over there. If you find someone from this particular college, check with them to understand how the placements have been, how the uh, seniors who have passed out of the college are doing, and so on. So once you shortlist the first 5 or 6 universities or colleges, you can do this step to understand whether the placements are doing good or not. Based on that, you can make your decision based on it. These are the three
Sure.
things I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. Next one is that is it good to have experience before doing MBA? Work
Yes.
experience, I guess, would
Oh
be.
yes, that is absolutely right. One thing I regretted is not having an experience working in a like company before joining an MBA. I would 100% recommend you to have a work experience before joining an MBA, because like once you have a work experience, it will be easy for you to build a network, and also easy for you to comprehend the business needs easily. Like I was able to do it better, but some of my friends who did not have an experience working in a startup or a company, they kind of felt a little bit hard to like comprehend some of the systems, and it did not help them in placements also. So once you do an MBA, when companies come for placements, they will prefer candidates who already have a little bit of work experience. So it will help them to blend in the system better and give them an opportunity to grow faster compared to a fresher. So I would say like it have a little bit of experience, at least 1 to 2 years before doing an MBA. That will help you better. But the one caveat is like if you feel like you'll not be able to have the same academic acumen once you are like started doing a career, obviously you can also do right after your undergrad. But there is no harm in just having a work experience and pursuing an MBA. Yeah.
Yeah, and next is like on engineering side, right? Like we have new engineering streams coming up than
Yeah.
the traditional ones, like data science, business analytics, etc.
Right.
So, which is like, do we need to go for the traditional one, or like is a specific one would be more preferable? And
Uh,
something like a data science instead of an IT or CSE going for engineering like that. So, which will be a preferable option?
Yes, I think having something like a data science or a most recent curriculum would be a uh, better opportunity to pursue rather than having a traditional ones, because like we have also done traditional engineering and we understand like whatever we did was not at all relevant to the current ads of the company. So I would always suggest like have the most recent ones, because like once a university or college decides a new curriculum, they basically take inputs from the working professionals and the companies who are coming for placements, and based on that they design the curriculum. So it is always really good to like pursue the newer streams. However, just be mindful, like don't get into super niche streams here. You just do a research on your own, but I would always suggest like pursue newer streams compared to the more traditional ones.
Yeah, sure. And I think, yeah, and one more thing, what they have is that how to improve the skill set while pursuing that engineering and MBA degrees, right? How to improve the skill set.
Yes. One thing which is very important wherever you do studies, either doing an engineering or MBA, only following what is in your books and curriculum will never help you to like develop any sort of skill set. You should always learn something on the side, and you should have some kind of a hobby or a liking towards doing something. Then only you'll be able to like be really successful in anything for that matter. So in terms of the learning, when you start doing in engineering, you'll already have a curriculum in front of you, like what all things you'll be doing. Apart from it, there are a lot of forums here, like there's hacker rank. There are other sites like GitHub, where people discuss about what are the different types of codes here, how they are solving problems, how they are approaching newer ways to solve a problem and so on. So basically like always just focus on upskilling yourself apart from what you already have in the books, like because everyone who's studying with you, they'll all know what in the books. The only thing that will differentiate you from the rest of the one is like what you put in the effort, like extra effort in learning things. What I would suggest is first in the first year, basically like focus on what you can do, build a profile for yourself. For example, like you can do some minor projects, you can showcase it like what you have done, so on. You can get feedback from people to understand about it. In second and third year, focus on doing some kind of internships. So internships in the sense like it's not always possible to have an internship from a really good company. Can also do focus on getting a small role from a startup, because like startups are more than happy to give you internships. However, just be mindful that don't expect any kind of money or like a lot of money from say, in terms of salaries when you're doing internship. The primary reason for you for doing internship is to build your learning and experience. So focus on doing internships and building your professional way to like interact with the people here. So once you start doing this in your second and third year, the fourth year will be like really helpful for you, because like you'll be already start doing some kind of projects and showcases in your college. And when once you have done some internship in a particular company and so on, it will show highlight your resume so well that companies will be like looking forward to hire you. So always put additional effort in terms of whatever you're doing in either in MBA or in engineering. What is the next question?
Yeah, I think only that much we have.
Okay.
So, Abhi, I think last thing is for you.
Mm-hmm.
like what would be your recommendation or suggestion for these students?
Okay.
So after plus two, you can have one or two guidance for them.
Okay, sure. So basically, the first thing, first guidance for me is like, first of all, relax. Don't stress so much about doing everything now only. Like, don't like worry too much about what you're doing. Just be relaxed in a relaxed state. Enjoy your process. First, for as I stated earlier, focus on learnings apart from what you learn from the books. Books will teach you only so much. You can learn a lot of things on your side when you do a lot of courses. So YouTube is a very good way to start a lot of things. Like whatever courses you find on a lot of places, there is a very simpler version in YouTube there. Because like YouTube, a lot of people are more than happy to teach you uh, the things they have learned in terms of how they are doing a data science course, how they are building a Power BI dashboard, how they started doing Python or SQL. If you just type a particular let's say tool, like tool name or software name, there'll be like hundreds of courses for you. Like step one, do this, install, right from the beginning to install a particular software to getting a professional level grade. There are a lot of content available on YouTube. So basically, first choose what you want to do, then try to explore whatever the free options for you here. Because like there are a lot of options provided by the central government, the state government, NCRT, and so on. They'll give you a lot of free certifications, courses, and everything. First of all, explore what all resources you have at your hand. YouTube is a really good way to start if you do not have anything else. There are other places like Udemy, Coursera, and so on. First, exhaust all the free sources available to you. Only then you can focus on getting a paid certification or paid courses. Always do not get into like consult like there'll be some places they say they'll promise you like really good placements and so on, but it may or may not always work all the time. Always focus on learning the things you really want to. First, decide what you want to do. Second one is learn from the openly available resources. Third one is putting the additional effort, like doing internships or projects. uh, Try to gain experience as much as possible while you're pursuing your studies, because like this is the best time you'll be free without any kind of stress. Apart from the studies, you will not have anything else. So focus on these three things. Once you're really good at these things, automatically you'll be really good at pursuing your career.
That's
That's it. Yeah. Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
am I
Am I
audible?
audible? Manu?